So you guys arrive in town. This probably would have been like early morning after the evening in which you routed the duergar fortress. Mid-morning, probably around 10 a.m.-ish. So you guys are dragging your sled with a tied-up Nildar Sunblight and tied-up Brojk, I think that's how you say his name, on there as well, bringing them back to Caer Konig. So what are your guys' plans when you get back to town?
We talked to the speaker, and he told us about a Knoll encampment to the east.
Oh, right. Yep, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Yes, technically we did do some stuff when you got back to Caer Konig last session, and that included resolving some stuff with the speaker. Yep.
Okay, so
yeah, it was we already turned
have
in
these guys chained up overnight.
This quest.
If you had them chained up overnight, well, you would have had them chained up over probably the trip, I would imagine. But
okay. Well, you guys are the ones that chained them up. You solved that problem. Oh wait, no, you can't talk to them. Shit.
Yeah. Remember, you're the only one.
Yeah. All right. What do you want to talk about?
I will, before we go any further, I will ask this: are you making is Speaker Trovis aware that you brought duergar back with you?
I think it'd be tough not to see, right?
Yeah, the two duergar
they're like currently invisible.
Yeah, we
tell them to go into town with them. You could stay out of, you know what I mean? Like you could.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want like him to be aware of their presence, so I'm asking that.
I don't know why we wouldn't.
Depends on how drunk he is to know if he's aware of your presence.
Well, it's the morning, so he's markedly less drunk than about 8 hours ago. So,
but he is more hungover.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not hiding them from him by any means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. If he's aware that you have him, he's going to want to be present when you talk to them, and then he'll make it clear that he expects to take them off your hands when you're done with them. So
that's a fair expectation.
Okay. All right.
No, like I said, when I got back to town, I went and I went to the forge and made the lead box. So that's what I'm doing as soon as we get back, and that probably takes a while. So
yeah. Okay.
You guys get to deal with the duergar.
Yeah. What?
I think the biggest things that we want to know is where's his dad located? Hopefully exactly where. And because I think we got a general direction as to where the fortress is from, I want to say the Soothsayer, but I could be wrong.
We got a direction from someone.
Yeah, I think it was like mentioned not in passing, but mentioned vaguely, kind of like a direction.
We deliver the mail.
Our actual jobs.
Yeah,
And then if he knows like what the supposed threat is to 10 towns as well. So I think those are the things that Cayleigh cares about.
I asked them, do they speak common?
Nildar looks at Nahesa and he says something in Dwarvish, and you get the sense that he's cursing. And then he's like, "Yes, I speak common."
Oh, thank God. All right. They're all yours. I'm going to go into town. Yeah, yeah, so, okay.
Okay. So Nahesa leaves.
Yeah, no, I told you, this is your deal.
Peace out.
This was not going to be my problem. So.
And then Nildar just looks at the rest of you, like, expectantly, like, okay, what?
So we know that you're trying to destroy the 10 towns, and I guess I was wondering, how you expect to do something like that? You're just a few duergar.
Just roll me a persuasion check.
It's not like these towns are much either, though. I mean, come on. A swift wind could knock this town over.
It already took care of the castle. Yeah, that's already ruined. So Cayleigh asks that, and he's like, "More than a few duergar? Are you crazy?" He's like, "We've been hiding for months. We've been waiting out." He's like, 10 towns' time is coming, and soon this whole land will belong to. I don't know.
Your dad?
Yeah. Yes. And he suddenly like catches himself and realizes what he's been doing and starts to calm down a little bit.
Wait, who?
Zardock. At least
Who's
I think
that?
that's what it is. Or is it
Zardarok.
Zardorak? There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, you missed an additional fantasy R.
I did, yes. Yeah, so you were just grabbing random knickknacks. So this doesn't seem to be like a really well thought out plan.
Well, he's like, knickknacks. My duergar were instructed to find magic items, and magic items they found. He's like, the rest of the stuff, I mean, if they happen to grab other things that they're interested in, I'm not going to turn them away.
You found a color-changing lantern.
Yeah, a glowy lantern.
It's a magic item. It's an item with magic that can be used and harnessed and channeled into something bigger.
Bigger.
Like a bear.
Yes, precisely, a bear.
What?
I'm helping.
So what does your brother think about all this?
What brother? What do you even know about my brother? He's not even in 10 towns. He's still down in the Underdark.
I think the letter that we found basically says otherwise.
I need to stop leaving that stuff out. He has his own operation to see to.
Okay, so when we go and say hi to him, I'm trying to think here. Cayleigh's not one to really make threats.
Yeah, you're more carrot than stick kind
Yeah.
of.
I am definitely more
person.
carrot than stick.
We've got 3 other sticks here.
Yeah. Well, you're the carrot. There's a bunch of sticks, and then Rúna's just wild card, I
The
guess.
wrench.
Yeah.
The wrench.
I guess what she would say is, basically, she would make it her best effort to ensure that he is captured rather than killed from my companions. So
Okay, so you're offering that as like leverage to Nildar?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll make sure
He's
the
like-
bloodthirsty members of our party don't murder you.
And he's like, "Oh yes, you'll treat him nicely like you treated me. I'm sure. I don't care what you do with my brother. If he happens to die by your hands, then so be it."
Okay.
You heard him.
Well,
Do you think
also,
he likes games?
yes, Rúna, I'm sure he likes games.
Hmm.
All the best games, the ones you enjoy.
Oh, I would love to play a game with your brother. Where is he? And
He's
Rúna's eyes are like flitting with something mischievous.
Nildar is taken aback and doesn't have a response to that, as it's starting to settle in, like kind of Rúna's mentality, or not her mentality, but like where she's coming from, what she means in these things. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll intimidation just for fun?
Sure. Yeah, go
She's
ahead.
not really trying to be intimidating. It just kind of
Right.
happened. Although, depending on what I roll, it might not actually happen. But 14.
He doesn't have much of a response. You can tell that he's starting to take Rúna a bit more seriously now, though.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other ways I can coax out of him any other plans or location. Anyone else have any ideas?
I mean, nothing that Rúna would do right now.
Did we specifically ask him?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Where can we find your dad?
Where's your dad? Who is your
He's like,
daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
He's like, he's been busy. He doesn't leave. He stays in the fortress. That's why we're out here.
Hold on.
Got it?
Cayleigh's not an interrogator.
Can I put him to sleep now?
And then the other dwarf that's tied up says something to Nildar in Dwarvish. Looks at him. He's like, oh, he says something, and Nildar just gives him a kick. And then
Did anyone
everything's quiet.
catch that?
Does anyone speak Dwarvish? I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah, these guys don't speak Infernal, do they?
You can try talking to them in Infernal. They haven't spoken in Infernal yet.
All right.
Why are these speaking
Then-
infernal?
Did we
What?
search him?
Yeah, I think so.
I assume
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, we did.
I assume we performed the ritual dance of our
Yeah, we-
people and looted the bodies.
We did
We al-
say that before we left.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can't remember. I think we just found money on him.
On
there
Nildar,
was
you
gold
found
and
money,
then-
and you also found the spell gem and his shield.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that was him. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Well,
Are we done with
we'll
these?
Did these
definitely-
guys all have
I think
amulets?
so.
They do not.
Yeah, that was the black swords that had the amulets.
Right.
hmm
Have they got any common markings?
Got any? I'm sorry. Got any what?
Common markings?
Um,
Like, is there any insignia or sigil between
Are they
all
are they
of
wearing
them?
any gang colors?
not that you can.
Yeah.
Not that you can tell. No, they're pretty much. They're dressed very practically. Armor with cold weather clothing over that.
Boring.
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your dad?
Why would I do that? What can you
Sounds like a
promise me?
Therapist.
What can I promise you?
Stretch out on the couch.
Well,
Yeah.
we're going to turn you over to
Comfortable
the speaker of Caer Konig has asked that he be the one to deal with you. So, the more
He's
information you
lucky,
give us, the more we'd be inclined to speak on your behalf for what he might do with you.
He's like, okay. What do you want to know?
Well, the fortress location, for starters,
Do you have a map?
I do.
And then he kind of motions with his hands tied behind his back. He's like, can you untie me so I can show you?
You can see the map perfectly well without your hands.
I can see it, but no, fine. All right, I'll move you guys to the regional map as he begrudgingly points his booted foot.
Use your words, sir.
And he says, mostly south, somewhat west. It's on this side of the Ten Trail. Built into the mountains. And I added a little adventure location diamond to your regional map.
Where?
It's in the
So-
spine.
Yep,
Yeah.
the red 10 trail that comes up north out of the mountains. If you follow it. So
Oh,
you got
gotcha. Got it. Yeah.
These
The
are just
knolls were up here. Yep, that's
Yeah.
knolls. And the other two
we
that
don't
you
know
have
what
to
the
make-
other.
Yeah,
those two are the
Goliath?
Goliath. Yep.
Ah, okay. Got it.
All right.
I forgot which one was which. I know one was friendly, the other was less friendly.
So is your father like a king?
He's like,
Dwarves have kings.
He's like, he will be king. You will be king of all of Icewind Dale soon enough.
Oh,
Right, but what about
blah,
now?
blah.
What is he king of now?
Now he's king of the largest collection of Chardolin. He's king of the still beating heart of a dead ancient dragon. He's king of more power than you can ever imagine.
So he's king of bullshit, basically. Is what
I
he's
can
saying.
imagine quite a bit.
What?
Yeah, it seems more like all these shenanigans of you stealing.
So you're
just
telling me
random
your
knickknacks.
father has the still beating heart of a dead dragon?
That's what I said, isn't it?
And you're out here stealing lamps.
Yeah.
Magic! It's items with magic!
I mean, to be
Must
fair,
be
it just
so
glows different
disappointed,
colours. Your ability to turn invisible makes you considerably more magical than the lamp you stole.
And the shield that you had. And the gem that you had.
What? Some things I kept for myself.
But I don't think your father would be too pleased with your performance.
Never pleased with anything.
I think we're inflicting psychic damage.
Yeah, we are straight up.
Somebody's got
like,
daddy issues.
Tearing
Yeah,
down mentally.
seriously. Okay, you're boring. Let's go deliver the mail.
You're boring, let's go deliver the mail, a sentence I thought that no one would ever say.
And Rúna wanders off.
And
Rúna
he's-
wanders off in search of an animal like a squirrel or a bunny or
Oh,
a
sure.
hawk or something that's nearby.
Give me a survival check just for
Oh, sure.
funsies.
Yeah.
And then after Rúna wanders off and the rest of you are kind of like chiding Nildar, he's like, "What? You want an example? You want to know what kind of trouble 10 Towns is in?" And he's like, "Oh, you've seen my beard, yes? You've seen the braids in my beard, how wonderful it is?" He's like, "Inside of the braid on the left side of my chin, there is something important to my father. But you'll have to reach in and get it."
God, I wish I hadn't left.
I was gonna. I really wish I was there right now.
Let's see. Cayleigh's got daggers, so I can just shave off his beard.
Yeah, I was going to say, Leif Googles how to shave a dwarf.
That is
That's exactly what Bear would
that
do
is
if he was
cruel.
there.
Pulls it up on YouTube. Watches a how-to video.
So has he got
He's like,
like braid rings or
Yeah,
whatever?
He's got a long white beard, and then there are braid rings, and then his beard and his mustache, it's all just braided together in these big, long braids that hang down to about his belt. And he's leaning like this to like put a certain part of his face towards you, and he's like, "Go on, just reach in."
Is this
Okay,
is this way of wearing your beard common in your family? Does your father do this?
No, I did it. My father didn't do this.
He doesn't wear his beard like this.
What is that? No.
He doesn't have these braid rings, for example.
He had some last I saw.
His beard's probably much bigger.
What? You think my father has a bigger beard than me?
Oh my god.
I mean, that would
I
track.
think this guy a complex.
Yeah. We have this guy dead to rights.
Is anybody going to?
Yeah, I'll do
reach into? Okay. So Leif, when you
Somebody just bites you.
reach towards his beard, he goes, and yeah, he acts like he's gonna
my
bite your fingers. And
God.
he's like, "Ha! I'm just kidding. Just go. It's right in there. Yes, it's woven in the middle. It's wrapped up inside, so you have to pull it out. And it takes some work. But you find a small piece of paper that's rolled up really tightly and braided into his beard. And when you take it out and unroll it, it appears to be a map of 10 Towns. And I'm gonna share this
Well,
with everybody.
dwarf beard man.
Because this map of 10 Towns has some arrows on it.
Arrows.
No, not
Oh.
arrows.
He's got arrows in his beard as
Oh,
well.
God.
Arrowed.
Those arrows mean really bad stuff. I mean, the arrows are heading towards us.
So that
I'm
is
not there, so this is out of character.
Where is it?
that is. I added it to your journals, so it's under player handouts, and it's called duergar plans.
Ah, yep.
Duergar arrows. Okay, so
Plans within
Caer
beer.
Konig to Tourmaline to Lonelywood to Bremen to Targos to Brinchander to Sunblight to.
So what's this?
It just
You've
seems
managed
like a
to
mail
you've
route.
managed to draw a route. What good is this?
Did he just tell us where their like fortresses?
And also, at the bottom of that map, scrawled in charcoal, is
Something we can't read.
this. I'm going to add it to this handout. I thought I had it on there, but I didn't.
It's one of
make
those
sure I'm spelling
S's.
that. Okay.
It's a doodle of dick butt.
Yes, doodle of dick butt. No, scrawled at the bottom of that map is Marpanoth 22, which you guys would know to mean the 22nd day of the month Marpanoth, which would essentially be analogous to, what would that be, like our November? Hang on, let me look at my calendar. No, I'm sorry, that would be October.
What is that in relation to the current date?
So you guys are in you're in the 14th day of the month right before Marpanoth.
Okay, so it's like a month and a week from now.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't coincide with the sacrifices, though, does it? Sacrifices like 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away.
Sacrifice is just a matter of days away at this point.
It's.
Oh.
I also added a calendar of Harptos to your guys' handouts as well, and I have the new moons marked on there. So you're 3 days away from the next new moon. Currently.
How many days has their land?
So
every month has 30, and then high harvest tide, that holiday between, that's literally on the day between Elayant and Marpanoth. So there's 12 months with 30 days, and then there are 5 holidays that are outside of each month. They're between months, you know what I mean? So it's still 365 days a year.
That's wild.
right, so what you've drawn a route between all the 10 towns, Matt. The 10 towns.
What, do you need me to explain it to you? That's the order in which they'll fall.
It's a loop, you idiot.
It is a loop.
Right.
They're so unsure that they're gonna have to double back just in case.
Maybe they're believers in double tapping.
Why would they take the biggest towns last?
Well,
Why would they take any of these towns at all? These towns suck.
That aside,
I don't know. It just looks like they're doing a loop closest to Sunblight and then all the way around to Brinchander to come back. That's how I see it.
yeah, but like, why would you like Goodmead and Duggan's Hole and Caer Konig and Caer Konig are like the small towns, right?
Yeah, Lonelywood and Bremen. So
yeah, Lonelywood's pretty tiny.
So the plan is to march a little duergar army town by town, march around in an orderly loop while no one unites against you until you get back? Is that the plan?
Yeah, like, what? No one gets back to Brinchander and Targos and warns them that what's happening.
Nildar grins wickedly at Rixana, and he's like, precisely. A little duergar army, marching across the tundra as slow as little duergar move. That's the plan. Go tell your speaker that. Make sure he looks for an attack from a duergar army.
How long would it take to complete this loop?
On foot?
Yeah.
Without any assistance, it'd be 8 hours from Dugan's Hole to Goodmead. It would be, and this is going straight, ignoring the trails.
Yeah.
It would be another 22 hours from Goodmead to East Haven. Ignoring the lake, it would be another 40 hours from East Haven to Caer Dinaval. So it would take a while if you don't have any dog sleds or any way to propel yourself faster than on foot.
I've got a dog sled.
You do.
But the dwarves did have sleds at
We have
the
2 now.
outpost.
They did have one, yep, which you guys relinquished. You have a dog sled and a bear sled at this point. And if you were on sleds, it would take about half that time.
Right, well, this is all very intriguing. If you're going to be vague about your intentions, there really isn't much more we can do for you.
Can axe beaks carry people? Or are they
Yeah.
just like
you could one person could ride an axe beak, yeah.
Okay.
Not very comfortably, though.
No. Axebeak probably wouldn't like you any better for it either.
Yeah.
And there's no other markings on this map, no other writing.
Nope, just those arrows and the date. And also, you guys can edit the calendar, so feel free to add stuff however you want. I highlighted the day that you're currently on that calendar, which is the 14th of Elaine. But otherwise, you can make changes to it how you wish.
I don't know. I think Cayleigh's thinking that this is probably all we're going to get out of him, which is why she patted him on the head, because she's about to leave.
Sure.
You want to boast some more, or are you all done?
If you will play audience, then I'll give you something to listen to.
Sure, what you got?
Well,
God
I
damn it.
might be the youngest of the 2 Sunblight sons, but I am definitely the most powerful.
Well, then we don't have anything to worry about, then, do we?
Well, I mean,
That's
Dirth has
fucking
powers
awesome.
of his own, but they're not. My power is in physical prowess. His is in the mind.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I'm not
well, it
there, so I
was.
can't say this, but we fucking rocked you. Like,
It was 1 on like 4. It doesn't count.
oh, that was the wrong thing to say.
Speaker Trovis is hanging out just a little further away. He's listening to everything, but he's not intervening. Just waiting for you guys to be finished up. Just so you know.
Are we inside or outside?
What are you going to do with him?
I
once we
imagine you're
turn him
probably
over?
outside.
Okay, then I'm like still within earshot, like
Okay.
again, like attempting and probably failing to collect a squirrel.
Yeah, with that 9, you probably haven't come back with anything.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hunt them. I'm actually just trying to make friends with them.
Oh.
For what it's worth.
Sure. Okay. Dave, you asked a question. I missed what it was.
I asked the 12 of us what he's going to do with him when we turn him over.
And he's like, well, once you're done with him, then these 2 are going to go rot at Revel's End.
Where is that?
Revel's End, it's a prison up on the coast of the Sea of Moving Ice. It's to the north and west.
It's a hell of a name for a prison.
Yeah.
Do you want me to mark it on your map?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Might as well.
I put I marked marking off the 22nd as stupid dwarf plan.
Okay.
Should we leave him then?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah. We've gotten everything we're gonna get out of this one.
We'll say hi to your dad for you. Don't worry.
Please do. All right. Trovis will take the 2 duergar off your hands, load them onto one of his own sleds, and
I
get
want to take
someone
the braid that had the note in. The braid ring.
You're gonna cut the braid off of him?
Yeah.
Okay. Leif cuts the braid off of Nildar's face, and when you do that, he's like, "What? What are you doing? What? No, that wasn't your turn to cut them. There's nothing else in the braid."
Are you gonna wear
That's
it as a
mine.
headband?
Keeping it as a trophy.
I just ignore him.
Okay. So yeah, Trovis loads him onto his own sled and gets. You see a couple of individuals who are dressed in hide armor, and their cold weather clothing has a patch on the shoulder that has the symbol of Caer Konig, which is a white fish on a blue background. And then they take the sled and head out of town with the duergar.
Now what?
Deliver the
Deliver the
mail?
mail?
Or
I can't find an animal. Can I borrow your vulture?
You me?
Yeah, Nahesa, can I borrow your vulture?
Snap my fingers and he
You're
kinda
super
fades.
kind now.
Yeah, you're super tiny.
Yeah.
You're super quiet.
Let's see.
That's better.
Yeah, I snap my fingers and he just kind of like renders on like the railing of a building nearby. Yeah,
Yeah.
he kind of he kind of fades in texture by texture, and then he's like,
Is a familiar technically a beast?
It's a
no,
fey
it's
spirit.
a
It's a
spirit,
fey, right?
and he's
So I
a
can't-
demon.
I can't cast Animal Messenger on it, can I?
No.
Okay, so I attempt to and it fails.
It just so you cast that, and Ghidorah stares at Rúna, and then it looks over at Nahesa and gives a little shrug.
Hey, you're not a normal vulture.
Whatever. And
I
it
guess
just
I'd
kind of
wander over.
stares at you,
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
unblinking.
I gave it some food.
Oh, okay.
Just like,
I don't know. I was gonna try to get it to go up to Kelvin's care and be like, "You've got mail."
That was a long walk for a very bad joke.
Stay where you are. We are coming to you.
I would
All right.
press Ghidorah to collect the money, though.
Anything else you guys want to do in Caer Konig? Like I said, it's probably about 11 a.m. at this point.
Nah, this place sucks.
So Bear comes back and just kind of holds up a. It's not fancy, but it's well crafted lead box, and kind of you hear something rattling around inside when he shakes it. Okay, feel much better now. It's under lock and key.
so those are the 6 shards we've found so far? And the badge?
Is it
Wait, we've got 6 of these.
I thought there was
Yeah, I
like
think there
5
was
that we
6.
just picked up from the
However
you
many
got-
it was we've collected.
Yep, you got the one that's shaped like an amulet with the black sword
Yep.
on it, and then you have the other handful of them from Nildar's collection.
Okay. For some
Yeah.
reason, I thought we only had like 3 others. So, but
Oh,
whatever.
I had
However
I had
many we have.
5 noted down, yeah.
Okay.
And I also had a necklace from somewhere. I forgot who I picked it up from.
Hmm.
A Chardolin necklace?
Mhm.
Oh, that would be the one that you got from what's her face?
I
Popsicle
had
lady.
the amulet that I took from her, from
Okay.
the diviner.
I think maybe it was from the guy we killed, the tiefling.
Dandruff. Did you take it from
Yeah.
Dandruff?
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
you're
he had
right.
one.
Don't hold on to that
I-
anymore.
I
I
was
was
going
going
to
to say,
say,
considering how rare this stuff's supposed to be, we've got quite a lot of it.
I mean, other than the
counter it
amulets, they're all little bits. You know what I mean? It's not like they're big pieces.
I'll unlock the box and open it up and kind of.
Rix will look at it and shrug and put it in.
So, Bear, when you open the box to have Rix drop the other amulet in there, you see that you knew that you had like again 5 pieces plus an amulet. When you open it up, you see that some of the pieces are now like almost like they're fused together.
No,
I knew it.
I don't know what that means, but it's
Oh
bad.
boy.
So
Yeah,
now it looks
so-
like you have three larger pieces, one of which has the black sword emblem in it.
So we are gonna stay here for a little bit longer so I can build dividers into this box. Jesus Christ.
Are you making like a death box for a card
Audio
game?
broken
Please.
token insert.
You gotta create a storage solution for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally,
Bear's got
divider
the,
for
Bear's
this.
got the Ghost 7 insert for his Chardolin.
Is it just really malleable? Maybe you can shape it
Ugh.
into whatever you want and it'll
Oh, that sounds like a great
no.
plan.
smush it into the box.
Just make the box out of the stuff. Why not? Fuck it.